Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are, profit takers. Welcome to another episode. This week, guys, we're going to look at three pairs. I'm looking for the ones, I'm going to be sharing the ones that had the signals, right? And guys, price action is king all the way. All right. You don't need a whole bunch of indicators on your chart with EMAs and MACDs and fibs and all that stuff. You don't need all that. The true art of trading is learning price action market structure. Just seeing how price behaves, and that right there, my friend, is it. Okay. All right. So let's get to it. Let's get to the charts. I'm going to start off with the dollar CAD. Okay. So the dollar CAD, and let's see, Friday we had a signal. So technically Friday, what happened? So Thursday we had let me bring out my pen. Thursday, it looked like we're gonna continue up. Price made that high, right? And then it failed. Okay, came into the market on Friday, right? What are we always waiting for? Price to either break out, fell, like this one did, break out, continue, or break out, or not even break out, or just go sideways, right? That's it. Okay, those are the only three things that we're expecting price to do. So when we came into the market on Thursday, we're like, what? This is looking good, right? Thursday, this thing looked like it could possibly continue on long. You can see that the price closed way above the open, and that typically tells us that the next day we should be able to continue the long trend. But we came to the market the next day and price did not take out that high. Okay, it tried to, but it failed, right? So when that happens, you just change your mind. Okay, you just change your mind. That's it. Don't make it difficult. So now Friday, what did we have? We had a signal day here for going short. So Friday price closed below the open price, and that typically signifies a first red day. This is basically saying that the day after that we should be expecting to go short, right? So technically Monday, when once price gets through doing its thing here, because it's still pretty early, guys, in the market's really just opened. So I have, let's see, if you can barely see, here is where I marked the end of day consolidation. So what I'm expecting price to do, of course, we want to see price rise 3 pushes up. Sometimes it will start off doing this and it'll go up and then it will fail. All right, then it'll go down 3 pushes, and then it could, fail that, and then it goes back up again, boom, and then that's the trade that you want right there. Okay, that's what we're looking for. Let me clear that real quick. Sometimes it can start, it could go up 3, right, fail, go back up, fail, all right, go back up, and then this is the trade that you want. And then you end up sometimes with 3 hits to the high or something like that, right? Sometimes you'll see it 3 times. Sometimes it's clear. Sometimes it's 2. But that's what you're looking for. That's at least what I'm looking for. And I'm looking for price to push through, right? So right now, the open range, again, it's not fully developed. I can't really put my foot on this and say this is absolute right now. I'm just going to wait. But I have a theory of what it is that I'm expecting this dollar CAD to do. I'm looking to go short on this. I'm looking for price to give me some kind of, and again, remember the stop, the range, the open range for price. Once it gets here, we're looking for 25 to 50 pips outside of the open range for the stop hunt. And then we're looking to execute that trade going short. And I love to target either to ADR or the ADR low. If you have the ADR low indicator, that's always a hit. It always goes there, and I'm happy with that, right? And we're always looking for about 40 to 50 pips. Okay, we're not trying to be here all day. We just want to be here for a short time. Okay, unless that's your thing, right? But it's not my thing. Okay, All right, so that's my take on the dollar CAD. So now let's go over to UJ. All right, so, and again, if I didn't mention it, the green lines are last week's high and low. Okay, so you want to make sure you mark your charts. I mean, like I said, price action is king. You don't want to be sitting here waiting for a indicator to do something when you can do it yourself. You can, it's just good practice. That's what I think. All right, so Friday, we had ourselves a signal. Okay, green day, going long, price closed above the open. So I had already marked this area here on the previous day high, because this is where I want price to break out, retest, and trend. That is typically what we would expect. These trades typically work out like gangbusters after a nice first green day signal. And shout out to Stacy Burke. Okay, mixing Stacy Burke and Steve Murrow has really been just life-changing for me. There's things that I'm learning with Stacy's theory. I just really love it. Okay, so basically, guys, you want price to, again, right now, wow, look at this range. This is the range for right now, and it just gapped, huge gap right now. I don't know what to think about this right now, because technically, we would expect to continue to go long, but I don't know. It should, take care of this gap. It should come through here and make us happy. That's what I'm looking for. I don't know when it's going to happen, if it's going to be on Monday or Tuesday, but we want to let the market play out a little bit, because we do want this market to break out of the previous day high, possibly retest, give us a nice little pattern to go long. That is exactly what I'm looking for. Nothing else, right? If it gets up to the high and it fails, right? The only day that this thing is not going to be true, Monday really needs to prove to us, right? So if it ends up closing, right? If this thing fails, that means it closed underneath the current day's high, and the current week's high or low, whichever one you're looking at, and the previous day has to close underneath there and then just stay in that range. Because if that happens, this is a breakout fail, and now we should change our mind and start looking for price to tell us to go short. But for right now, guys, I am gonna wait to see what this is gonna do. If it's gonna break out and trend, perfect. If it's gonna break out and fail, perfect. I know what to do. Okay, I know how to handle that. Or if it breaks out and does nothing, right? You get in the market too soon and it does nothing, then in a couple hours, what Murrow says, get out of the market. Okay, just get out, because that happens too. All right, so that was UJ. Let me see. I had one more in mind that I wanted to talk about. And it is, we talked about, okay, I think it's the EURCAD. Here we go. We had a signal day. Yep. EURCAD also gave us a nice signal day on Friday. So this was technically the first red day, the first day high of the week. Right, so this will be your peak formation high technically. So what are we waiting for here? So again, this one needs to prove to us, right? So I've already marked last week's high and then last week's low, right? And I also marked the consolidation from the end of day. So I'm looking for prices to push up 3 pushes, back down, push up again 3 pushes, and then that last one, I want to go ahead and take that trade. All right, that's exactly what I'm looking for. You're always looking for it to do the opposite thing for it to give you that result, right? And it usually happens in 2 sessions of 3s. And sometimes it'll be 3 sessions of 3s, okay? But it could, again, it'd be 2 sessions of push up and then 3 pushes, and then it comes back down, it pushes up, 3 pushes, and then boom. That's the one you want, right? Sometimes that happens that way, okay? And sometimes, again, it could push back up. Let me clear this real quick. It could do it in 3 pushes, like I said. So if it goes up, and then it breaks down, goes up, breaks down, 3 pushes, goes back up, and then this one, like you see the three hits to the high, right? That is also a likelihood that could happen as well. So we want price to push through, right? Because if this is technically the range, until this thing really works itself out, I don't know what it's going to be, but we want it to push through the open range and close underneath the open range, right? And technically we want to take our profits, if it does do that, at the ADR low or the double zeros. This is 1.45. Like, you can't really see it there, guys, but I promise you that's what it is. Okay, so those are the 3 pairs that I'm looking at. I am looking at more, but those are the 3 that we're gonna have time for on this video. I want to keep them short and concise and to the point. So but you know, we can always talk more. Just join me in the locals, ask questions, post your comments in there. I'd be happy to help. All right, guys, so with that, I appreciate you all. Thank you for joining me again, and we'll see you in the next video. Ciao for now.